India may be one of the economic stars of the emerging markets, but when it comes to Olympic sport, the country is an appalling underperformer.
We wanted that India should be on the sports map, also in the international. We are there in commerce, we are there in education, we are there in all across the board, except in sports we seem to be missing out.
The Olympic Gold Quest is India's first major attempt to win medals for the country. A non-profit foundation managed by big names in Indian business. It takes care of logistics and funds, but expects athletes to perform.
Every athlete of ours has a contract typically for one year at a time, because we set benchmarks for them for improvement. You know, it is just like what happens in most commercial and other organizations where rewards are based on performance. So if the improvement is not there, then they are pulled up.
Their most prominent athlete is Gugan Naran, who holds the world record in the men's 10-metre air rifle event and has already qualified for the 2012 London Olympics.
They bridge the gap between the actual expenditure and the expenditure made by the government. So in case I need support staff for myself, special coaching needs in case I need to go abroad to get my jacket and trouser, anything regarding my equipment is taken care by them, the travel is taken care by them. So it really takes a lot of botheration and a lot of hassle of an athlete's mind, and the athlete is really able to focus on his job of performance.
Meanwhile, steel baron Lakshmi Mittal put aside $10 million of his personal wealth in 2005 to promote sporting talent and encourage potential Olympians.
What we tried to do was take athletes that were prominent nationally but hadn't made it internationally and get them into that platform and get them there through a very professional approach where their systems, their nutrition, their physiotherapy, their science testing, you know, even their exposures, everything was chalked out and mapped out in a professional manner, which was never done before.
One of the beneficiaries of this has been 19-year-old Siddharth Tingalaya, who specialises in the 110-metre hurdles. With few world-class coaches in this event in India, the Mittal Champions Trust sent him for training in Australia.
If I'm in India, they'll sponsor me for these things, for my shoes, for my sports gear and for my hurdles. And yes, and also giving me an opportunity to train in Australia with a very well-trained, well-experienced coach.
You know, what they did is what Indian Sports Administration had not done, that is put the elite athlete at the center of the whole program, which is what these bodies have done. And you see it in the medals, you see it in the results.
At the Commonwealth Games in Delhi last year, India dominated the shooting events, winning 7 gold medals. A dozen Indian shooters are expected to qualify for the London Olympics, and there is growing public pressure on them to win medals.
I guess the expectations have gone up, and the world is watching us, and we've been trying to do our best. Of course, it's sport, so it's very unpredictable.
Both the Olympic Gold Quest and the Mittal Champions Trust agree they can complement the government's role in developing sport, but can never fully replace it.
For one organisation like myself to go into and take 20,000 youth, for example, in a sport like, which is a popular, even say wrestling because it's popular, is impossible. I mean, I do not have the connect and the reach to do that. Whereas the government has that. They have panchayat schemes, they have little stadiums. They're not the best stadiums in the world, but they do have a connect with that. Now, if they can organize that system and put it under a wing where that system has to deliver a certain amount of results, that'll be the only way forward, because right now there's nothing expected of you. If I am a coach in some small little village in Haryana, there's nothing expected of me.
Most experts believe India could win 7 medals or more at the London Olympics. This would be a huge jump for the country, more than doubling its tally at Beijing. But even the most optimistic supporter admits it will be a long haul for India to achieve greater Olympic glory.